The French Revolution was a turning point in world history. It began in 1789 and changed France forever. The revolution brought an end to the monarchy. It also led to a republic based on equality and liberty. This essay will explore the causes and key events of the French Revolution. It will also discuss its effects and relevance today. The revolution started because many people were unhappy. They were unhappy with the king and the old system. They demanded change. This essay will explain why they wanted change. It will also show how they achieved it. We'll look at important events like the storming of the Bastille. We'll also hear from key figures of the time. The effects of the French Revolution were felt around the world. It inspired other nations to fight for freedom and equality. Today, its ideas still influence our society. Let's delve into this significant period in history. The French Revolution is a complex topic. However, by breaking it down, we can understand it better. This essay aims to provide a clear and simple explanation. Let's begin with the causes of the revolution. The French Revolution had many causes. One major cause was economic hardship. France was in debt. The king and government spent a lot of money. They fought expensive wars. They also spent too much on luxury items. This led to heavy taxes on the people. Another cause was social inequality. French society was divided into three estates. The first estate was the clergy. The second estate was the nobility. The third estate was everyone else. Most people were in the third estate. They had the least power but paid the most taxes. The Enlightenment also influenced the revolution. Enlightenment thinkers promoted ideas of liberty and equality. They questioned the old system. They believed in reason and science. Their ideas inspired people to demand change. Lastly, there was political mismanagement. King Louis XVI was not a strong leader. He failed to address the problems facing France. This led to widespread dissatisfaction. People began to demand a new government. The causes of the French Revolution were complex. However, they all contributed to the desire for change. People were tired of suffering and inequality. They wanted a better life. Economic hardship was a key cause of the French Revolution. France was in severe debt. The cost of wars added to the debt. The monarchy's lavish spending worsened the situation. King Louis XVI and Marie Antoinette lived in luxury. This angered the people. High taxes made things worse. The third estate was heavily taxed. They struggled to pay these taxes. This led to widespread poverty and hunger. Poor harvests caused food prices to rise. Hunger and starvation became common. Economic suffering pushed people to demand change. Social inequality was another major cause of the French Revolution. French society was divided into three estates. These estates were very unequal. The first estate was the clergy. They were wealthy and powerful. They paid little to no taxes. The second estate was the nobility. They also had wealth and power. They owned large amounts of land. Like the clergy, they paid few taxes. They lived in luxury while most people struggled. The third estate was everyone else. This included peasants, workers, and the bourgeoisie. The bourgeoisie were middle-class professionals. They were doctors, lawyers, and merchants. Despite their wealth, they had little political power. The third estate paid the most taxes. This inequality created resentment. The third estate felt they were treated unfairly. They wanted a voice in government. They wanted equal rights and opportunities. This desire for equality was a driving force behind the revolution. Social inequality was deeply rooted in French society. The revolution aimed to change this. People wanted a society based on equality and fairness. They wanted an end to the privileges of the first and second estates. Section 5. The Enlightenment influence. The Enlightenment was a major influence on the French Revolution. It promoted reason and science. Thinkers believed in liberty and equality. Voltaire criticized the church and monarchy. He believed in freedom of speech and religion. Rousseau wrote about the social contract. He believed in government by the people's will. Enlightenment ideas spread through books and pamphlets. They influenced the leaders of the revolution. The Declaration of the Rights of Man was based on Enlightenment ideas. It inspired people to demand change. Section 6. The Storming of the Bastille. The storming of the Bastille was a key event in the French Revolution. It happened on July 14, 1789. The Bastille was a prison in Paris. It was a symbol of the king's power. People believed it held political prisoners. The people of Paris were angry. They were suffering from high taxes and food shortages. They wanted to take action. They decided to attack the Bastille. A large crowd gathered outside the prison. They demanded the release of the prisoners and the weapons stored inside. The governor of the Bastille refused to surrender. The crowd became more determined. They stormed the prison. After a fierce battle, they succeeded. They released the prisoners and took the weapons. The governor was killed. The storming of the Bastille was a turning point. It showed that the people had power. It symbolized the end of the old regime. It gave the revolutionaries confidence. They believed they could achieve their goals. The event is still celebrated in France as Bastille Day. Section 7. Key figures of the Revolution. Several key figures played important roles in the French Revolution. One of them was Maximilien Robespierre, a leader of the Jacobins. The Jacobins were a radical political group. Robespierre believed in liberty and equality. Another key figure was Jean-Paul Marat, a journalist and politician. He wrote articles supporting the revolution. Georges Danton was known for his powerful speeches. He urged the people to fight for their rights. Finally, there was King Louis XVI, the King of France. He was eventually executed by the revolutionaries. These figures had a significant impact on the revolution. Section 8. Immediate effects on France. The French Revolution had immediate effects on France. One of the most significant was the end of the monarchy. King Louis XVI was executed in 1793. This marked the end of the old regime. France became a republic. Another immediate effect was the rise of new political groups. These groups had different ideas about how to govern France. The Jacobins were one of the most powerful. They believed in radical change. They wanted to create a society based on equality and justice. The revolution also led to social changes. The privileges of the First and Second Estates were abolished. The feudal system was dismantled. People were given more rights and freedoms. The Declaration of the Rights of Man and of the Citizen was adopted. It outlined the rights of the people. The revolution brought about economic changes as well. The government took control of the church's land. They used it to pay off the national debt. They also introduced new taxes. These changes aimed to create a fairer and more just society. Section 9. Long-term impacts on the world. The French Revolution had long-term impacts on the world. It inspired other nations to fight for their rights. The ideas of liberty, equality, and fraternity spread across Europe. People began to demand change in their own countries. One example is the Haitian Revolution. The people of Haiti were inspired by the French Revolution. They fought for their independence from France. They succeeded in 1804. Haiti became the first black republic in the world. The revolution also influenced political thought. The ideas of the revolution were used to justify democratic governments. They influenced the development of modern political systems. The principles of the revolution are still important today. The French Revolution also had a cultural impact. It changed the way people thought about themselves and their society. It promoted the idea that all people are equal. This idea continues to influence our culture and values. Section 10. Different perspectives on the revolution. The French Revolution was viewed differently by different people. To the revolutionaries, it was a fight for freedom and equality. They believed they were creating a better society. They were willing to make sacrifices for their cause. To the nobility and the clergy, the revolution was a threat. They saw it as an attack on their privileges and power. Many of them fled France. They became known as émigrés. They tried to rally support to stop the revolution. Ordinary people had mixed feelings. Some supported the revolution. They believed it would improve their lives. Others were afraid. The revolution brought violence and uncertainty. They were unsure about the future. Historians also have different perspectives. Some see the revolution as a positive force for change. Others focus on the violence and chaos it caused. These different perspectives help us understand the complexity of the revolution. Section 11. The French Revolution's relevance today. The French Revolution is still relevant today. Its ideas continue to influence our society. The principles of liberty, equality, and fraternity are important in many countries. They are the foundation of modern democracies. The revolution also teaches us about the power of the people. It shows that ordinary people can bring about change. It reminds us that we have the ability to shape our own future. The revolution also serves as a warning. It shows the dangers of inequality and injustice. It reminds us that we must work to create a fair and just society. We must address the problems facing our world today. The French Revolution is a significant part of our history. It changed France and the world. Its ideas continue to inspire us. They remind us of the importance of fighting for our rights and freedoms. The revolution's legacy lives on